Hey guys, welcome back to Two Friends in the Closet. I'm your host, Edge, with my co-host as always, Nick.
Always, yo.
And Nick, and then we have today a special guest for the first time ever on the podcast.
Yes,
my
our first
personal
guest.
friend, Hayden.
Who?
Yes, Hayden, you're our first guest on this podcast for like the first time ever.
You should feel honored.
I am honored. This is amazing.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. So you guys have met before. Typically, it was Nick paying Hayden to snort some random thing out of a random vessel.
Yeah, basically.
Easiest money I've ever made in my life.
It was easy money. And then there was the one time where you drank all that random shit out of a ramen cup.
Ugh.
Oh, the milk carton was worse.
Yeah, the milk carton.
Oh yeah, the milk carton was pretty bad. But I think what did I have you snort?
Oh,
Well,
saltine
like
crackers, the sour shit from the craisins.
Oh yeah, just all
I
that.
think
I
there might
saw
have
the
been
video
like
too.
some spicy dust of some sort of chip.
Ooh.
I think it was because I still have the video and I sent it to Edge one day. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
hey,
sent it to him too.
Yeah, the ramen cup wasn't that bad. It was literally just ramen broth with a Dorito chip.
Yeah, that wasn't terrible.
That wasn't that bad. But I had to chew when I drank from the milk
Yeah, it's the fact that you had to chew is like what's the worst part, you know?
I think it was a tomato I chewed down, and that was the only time my gag reflex had ever activated. I didn't even know I had one.
Yeah, you basically drank the ramen cup and then you immediately
Snorted
the
like a
saltine crackers.
pack of
Jesus
saltine
Christ, dude.
crackers.
That's crazy.
Oh, no,
It's
you did
still
it at
on
the
the
same
Instagram.
time.
God, we all were just insane back in high school.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. It's a surprise that I ever got anybody, but... Moving to Texas has
Oh,
become easier.
it wasn't saltine, I think it was Pringles.
No, oh.
This is a Pringles can right next to you.
No, it was crushed... Oh, it was all the same thing. It was crushed up saltines that filled up about halfway through, and I had to down the whole thing of saltines and swallow it.
Oh my
Proceed
gosh.
to snort another thing of saltines. It might have been Pringles.
Yeah,
It
okay,
might
so
have been
it probably
Pringles.
was that.
It was
Because I was
probably regular
watching the video
Pringles.
again.
We'd have to watch it again.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was watching right now because they had the Pringles there, but it was already set. But everything was already set up and ready to go, so I didn't see it crush anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was a mix of Pringles and saltines that you kind of threw together and just went, I'm gonna sort this, and I paid. How much did I give you? Like $5 or something?
Oh, it had to have been more than 5. It was maybe 10.
Maybe.
but
I think it was probably 10.
I wouldn't have done all that.
Jeez,
5.
dude. Are you kidding me? That's
I
an
think- I
hour of
think-
my life that you just got in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I think I gave him $10 and I said, snort this shit.
That's an hour of working at Whataburger.
Oh my god.
Working at Whataburger, what the?
Yeah, I just quit. Yesterday was my
Oh
last
wow!
day.
How did that go? How's your job at Whataburger?
Yeah. I hated every moment of it. Not every moment. I started off fine, and then they wouldn't let me get off in time. So I'd be at work an extra hour, hour and a half, up to 2 hours. And
Jesus.
I gave up. I went up to my manager and I said, I quit. And he laughed in my face.
You did?
Yeah, he laughed in my face. And I'm like, okay. You had the chance to swoon me back in, now you don't.
No, you don't. You're just gonna laugh in my face? Yeah, I'm done here.
Dang, dude. What? That's horrible.
Actually, it's funny because I actually like Whataburger. Whataburger's good.
Oh, I love Whataburger. I will still eat there every day of my life. But
But you're never gonna work there again.
Not working there ever again.
Yeah, screw that. Laughs in your face. That's fucked.
That's yeah, that is really screwed up, dude.
Yeah. I was like, you're
It's
laughing.
like
It's your business. You do whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Literally wants to lose an employee.
Yeah, just does not care. Okay, well that's a topic.
One less person to pay.
What's like the worst work experience that you've had? We'll include experiences from like group projects too, because I think that's.
Oh well, in group projects and stuff, it's just all been like one. I always get thrown in the group where like no one does anything.
Yeah.
No one does anything.
Seriously, dude. It's like all of the good kids get paired up, and then the rest of us are just.
You get the
No one
subpar kids
works.
with, like, the delinquents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
But they end up becoming, like, my best friends at the end of the semester. In that class.
It's like somehow, some way, your little group or table becomes like the rogues or some shit.
See, I never.
I don't know, but one time in English class, did anyone here have Mr. Vig back in English?
Oh no, thank God.
I did.
No. Okay. So, all right. So, oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then you know, like, how. I mean, the class wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best thing in the world.
Oh God, no.
No. So, I mean, one time. So she's talking about how grammar and everything, and how if she would drive past these billboards with the wrong grammar on it. And she's like, if I could, I would climb up there and spray paint it and correct it. And then I'm sitting at my table, and she does not hear this, and I straight up say, I'm like, how would you get up there?
I guess she's in a
And
wheelchair.
then everyone at the table just starts laughing hard, and I'm being serious. How would you get up there?
Yeah.
What the?
But
I don't know. It was a fun. I don't know. I thought that was real funny because I'm like that was the first time I kind of made everyone at the table laugh, and I'm like,
God,
I didn't say it loud enough to where she didn't hear, but I said it to a point where I hit the whole table heard, and they just started cracking up loud, and I'm like, okay, keep it down, man. Jesus.
Yeah, I hated that class.
Yeah, it was not great. I mean, she wasn't bad. She wasn't a bad teacher, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, yeah.
She couldn't gain respect of anybody.
Oh yeah.
And I hated how the fact that she would say Reese's Puffs as Reese's Puffs. I'm like,
oh, yeah, 'cause that's what some people say.
You are an English teacher, correct? Can you not see the apostrophe?
Puffs.
There's an apostrophe in Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Reese's Puffs, Reese's Pieces. There's an apostrophe, which is like saying, oh yeah, this belongs to a person.
Yeah.
Like an English teacher would know that.
But she didn't.
I love Reese's.
Interesting. I love Reese's. Yeah, no, I had pretty good English teachers. Now that I'm thinking about it, I enjoyed my English classes. Not for the subject because I hate English, but
well, I had good English
really
teachers
The teachers
too,
were usually pretty good.
But it was just Mr. Vig was the one not great one.
It was DeVig.
It was just the Vig that was the bad apple in the English department. I think there's a few others.
I always heard everyone always hated her class, and I was like,
yeah, I know. Well, I never hated it though. I mean, I didn't love it at times. Obviously,
yeah.
I just powered through it, to be honest.
Yeah, it just wasn't enjoyable.
No, it wasn't. It felt like, just terrible work.
Like that entire
I hated the work
class,
too.
that entire year, I think the only thing I learned from that class is how to use a semicolon. That's it.
That's the entire thing I learned from school, honestly.
Yeah, you learned more than I did.
Semicolons, yeah, I know how to use those perfectly now. That's it.
Thanks, bitch.
Oh god, I hated those lessons so much too. Anytime she would do those semicolon lessons or apostrophe lessons, and I'm like, why?
Pourquoi?
You have to learn. You have to learn them, and I'm
what's like the one class you guys hated in school?
Oh, I
Like,
had.
Oh god,
always.
I had Mr.
like in all
Mailhawk.
school or in high school in general.
We can go all of school, mainly high school, but all of school.
My
I
freshman
think.
year, when I first came to Liberty, I had Mr. Mailhot. And I might have already explained my hatred towards his class. But he walked in the class
I have no idea who that is.
every day. I never once saw that man smile. He looked like he wanted to kill himself from the beginning to the end of class.
Wow.
It was the only class
You're not wrong.
that I couldn't stay awake an entire class. I fell asleep every class.
Dude.
Because
Yeah,
he'd
it's
come
terrible.
up and he'd talk about we're going to do triangles and we're going to...
Yeah, so what did you have him for?
I had him for geometry.
Okay, because I had him for geometry honors also. And I didn't, yeah, same thing. He was super monotone and he never smiled.
The man looked like he wanted to
But
kill
also
himself.
my class sort of made it enjoyable, and he he would joke around with a couple of the students, and it was
What year
fun?
did you have him?
Junior.
I had him,
So then he might have changed.
I had him freshman year.
I see. Yeah, maybe it was just my class, because I had some of the kids that were loud and they're very social, I guess is the word.
I guess.
So they like they you know the kind of like extroverts that get the introverts talking kind of
Oh,
thing.
we had all the introverts.
That
Me,
might
me
have
especially, because I had just moved from Texas.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to talk to anybody. So yeah.
Interesting. All right. What about you, Nick?
That's difficult. I think you know what teachers. Junior year. What was his name? Wow, I always remember his name, but now I can't. Mr. He looked like George Lucas, basically. He was the physics teacher, not the physics.
I don't know.
The physical science teacher.
Oh, I don't know. I never took physical
I have no
science.
clue.
Yeah, no, I took physical science because I thought it'd be easy, and that was a lie because the teacher was complete and utter ass. The thing was, he was a nice guy, but his teaching was horrendous.
Ooh.
He could not teach for the life of him.
Are you talking about?
Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
too.
I totally forgot the name for some reason. I always remember
might
it,
have
and
had
I
him
just
for
kind of
chemistry.
I like
Yeah,
closed.
that's what I heard about people.
I literally just closed my mind off from that guy.
Are you talking about the guy who always tried to relate to everybody by like saying dude and bro? Even though he was like
I
evilly.
don't think he ever did that
Oh, he did in my class. We might be talking about different people then.
because he was in the which hallway was it? Was they right up the right stairs and then that first hallway across from the library, that first door on the left. I totally forgot his name. I always remembered it. But anyways, that was one of the worst classes I've ever been in. He was
Yeah,
just horrible
that
teacher.
There was one like science teacher at the school. I can't remember his name. I think that's who you're talking about.
I think
had
I
a
am,
friend
yeah.
who had him as well, and he hated his life in that class. Like he wasn't the best of students, granted, but like even if he wanted to try to do the work and like learn the subject, he couldn't because the guy's teaching was just absolutely
we're talking about the
garbage.
same person because you're the one who warned
Yeah.
everybody, and then you told me the name, and I went, "Oh shit!"
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
We're
I
talking about the same
told you
person.
like, oh, do not take that class. Like, you got to switch out. It was you and Chris, right?
Yeah, me, Chris, and Eric.
Yeah, I remember.
Was he the
Yeah, so
kind of older guy who was somewhat balding?
No, definitely
never
not
saw him
balding.
play.
He had glasses. He had a full head of hair on top of him. Gray, older. He had like the weirdest like smile in the universe. Oh, like no, it wasn't the weirdest smile in the universe. Every time he squinched, his teeth would show, and we would all make fun of him.
Huh.
I mean, granted, the kids in that class were really horrendous and terrible people.
Ooh.
Like you had those kids in the back who just did not shut up. And I mean, at least my group, me, Chris, Eric, and like a few other people, we tried to listen. We did pay attention, but he was so boring we would just fall asleep. And funny story, I tried to get out of his class one time. So I write an email to my counselor, and I'm like, hey, I gotta get out of this class. So she talks to me, and I'm like, you gotta talk to, I think it was the blonde lady, I think vice principal probably, or somebody, I don't remember. So, blonde lady, glasses, and then I talked to her, and she's like, alright, so we have to schedule a meeting with your parents and him, and we'll talk about it. And I went, what? I went, wait, what?
Yeah, what?
Schedule a meeting with my parents? What are you talking about?
Yeah, why?
So then she's like, yeah, just email me whenever you want, and we'll schedule it. And I went, not doing that.
Yeah.
No, what?
I'm like, I'm not
That's so
scheduling it. I'm like, why can't I
unnecessary.
just get out of the class?
Yeah,
like,
you're the one taking the class. Why do your parents have to come
I'm
in?
like, why do I? It's like, and she's like, well, we can find a better way for he can teach you, and you can talk to him, and you can find a better way. If not,
There
then
is
we'll
no better way.
get you
He's
out
a
of the
terrible
class.
teacher.
Exactly. And but she was like trying to say like, if you talk to him, and you guys can find a way to understand each other. I'm like, then he's just gonna make me look like an idiot.
You might
I'm like,
not
that's
be
not
the
what's gonna
first
happen.
person to complain about him. That might be why.
Probably.
There's obviously a problem with this teacher. What's going on here?
Maybe I was the first to do it, and I went like, and I was like, am I the only one who's done this? I guess everybody just saw that class as just sleeping time, and I went like, I'm not gonna deal with this shit.
Yeah.
No, because then you got to take that class again. And it's like, what's the point?
I don't know why I didn't just get out of that class. Why I couldn't get out, but but luckily when the pandemic hit, I left that class with like a C. A C.
Dude,
and
what
that
a
grade
save.
never changed. Never changed. It was a straight up C for the rest of the year, and I passed that class.
What
And I went,
a save.
I'm like, sucks that pandemic happened, but big win for me because I passed the class.
Dude. What a dub.
Exactly.
I remember I passed my classical studies class with a 108 as my final score.
Oh, dude.
I might have...
Wow.
Because he put in an essay once that I wrote that was 100 points in weight. And he put it in as a 1,000.
Oh my
And I
god.
never brought it up.
Never brought it up. Never said anything. Just let it slide.
Never brought it up.
God.
I took it and ran. And I had it 125 at the beginning. And then I just stopped caring. And I passed the class without doing anything else with a 108.
Dude,
Smooth.
that's crazy.
Smooth. You literally just took it and ran.
Yeah.
I'm done. No,
I had
it's okay.
900 points to spare.
I think the
Oh
fact that
my
he didn't say anything about it is what's
gosh.
even funnier.
Yeah. Oh, why would I tell? Oh, sure, you put this. Sure. Oh, hell no.
No, I know that, but the fact that he didn't catch it
Yeah.
is what makes it what's
seriously.
funny. The fact that he
I was
didn't
one of
catch
his
it. I know
best
you wouldn't
students,
tell him, because
though.
I wouldn't either.
I was one of his best students, so I don't know what
Yeah, but I
happened.
mean, when you
Oh,
see
so then-
someone has 125%, like, that seems like an issue.
Well, he always
I
had
guess
a
he
lot of
just didn't catch
opportunities
it.
for extra credit, so I don't know, but he just never cared. And I would always worry.
That's
Every time
crazy.
we would do an assignment, I would try. I would do the assignment, but I wouldn't put all the effort in like I usually would. But
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're chilling at like a high
I'm
grade,
chilling at a
man.
high score. I'm a literal high score probably. But every time he'd go to grade the grade book, and I'd be afraid to check the grade book because I would be afraid he would notice it and change it. But I would just perpetually watch as my 125 just went a little down, and I just stopped caring. I think it was a 125
dude.
semester grade, and then the whole
It's
grade
like-
was 108. But yeah,
It's amazing. It's funny, like, you'd be in this situation, and you have your 125, he's like, oh, I gotta check the grade book, and you just like, just every time you watch him check it, you're just like, don't notice it, don't notice it, don't notice it, don't notice it, don't notice it.
It's like the Keenan gif where he's just like,
Hold on, you guys keep talking, my dog's barking.
yeah, this one. He just like,
yeah, precisely.
dang, dude. All right, so you moved here from Texas,
Uh-huh.
and I remember you telling me that it was like an interesting experience because you were like, you came in and you had. I remember if you said you had an accent, or like like a little country accent, or if it was just you saying y'all or whatever.
So that was part of it. So I had first moved here from Austin, Texas. I'll just say to make it easier, from
Yeah.
Austin, Texas to Las Vegas, and we hadn't bought a house yet. We hadn't looked around too much yet. We had some ideas of what we wanted, but we had just kind of went around finding a house. But we had a whole month, maybe a month and a half, where we lived on the east side of Henderson, I believe, next to Basic, wherever that is. So we were next to Basic
Okay.
the whole time. So I went to Basic for a month and a half. And, oh, Lord. Basic is a shit sack. But
Yeah, that's what I hear.
all the teachers are fun. All the teachers I had were fun. They just, the way what they taught was just like, So, as I'm going around and I'm making friends, yada yada, trying my best, I am in my history class. Or I guess it's like a government political class or whatever. I didn't choose it. I was just thrown into it. And
Yeah.
I walk in, and this teacher, this abomination of a teacher, had like disformed arms and looked like a T-Rex.
Oh,
And so I walked into class, and the only seat there was this just excluded table full of like these like introverted kids. I'm like, okay, that might be where I want to go. And this other one with all the popular kids. All the popular kids. So obviously, this man looks at me and goes, "All right, we'll put you with the popular kids." And I go, "Oh Lord."
Oh boy.
He put probably the biggest, welcome back, but the biggest introvert in the school, most likely at the time, next to the biggest extroverts possible. And I made his
Yeah, 'cause that
life
makes
a
perfect
living
sense.
hell when I became an extrovert.
He put me with the popular kids, and I'm an extrovert.
And
this is your hell.
I got it. I
This is your
became
reckoning.
one of the kings of that class. I had more control over that class than he did. And I had the nickname of Texas. Not a very clever nickname. It was the blonde girl that made that. It's like, oh my god, you're from Texas?
Texas.
Your name is Texas now. You're Texas.
Name is Texas now. That's
Can you
amazing.
make a Texas sound? So I just that was an actual quote.
Texas sound?
Can you make a Texas sound? Is what she asked me to do. So I just made sue-wees and yee-haws and much were made, and I had no regard for that class. I still don't even remember what the class was about.
That whole time you were just fucking around, weren't you?
I was just fucking around. I came to class and everyone cheered. Not everyone. My table would cheer. My table would cheer. And everyone else went, oh fuck. But the funny thing was, my second time ever going to that class. The first time I was escorted by someone to show me where the class was, and it was like at the portables. I had no idea how to get there, and I was lost for upwards of 10-15 minutes. And I finally found it after a teacher found me. I'm like, dude, I don't know where the fuck I am. I need help. She's like, okay, here. So she brought me to the class. I'm like, okay, I'm going to remember this. This is where it is. I never forgot it since then. And so I'm in class, and then a week later, the teacher comes up to me and goes, hey, Hayden, come here. I was like, okay, what's up? You need to go to the office. Why? You're just in trouble. You got to go to the office. I'm like, dude, I don't know where that is. What do you mean you don't know where it is?
In trouble?
Dude,
so I don't know where the office
dude,
is.
I've literally been here 3 days. I don't know where the office is. What do you mean you don't? Sir, I don't know where the office is. So he gets another student, I think it might have been his aide, to take me to the office, and I get there. And the lady at the front was like, so we heard you were 20 minutes late to this class, and we were going to have to give you some disciplinary punishment, yada yada, this and that, I'm going to need you to call your mom. I go,
Oh, Jesus.
and now I know 100% I'm in the right. I was lost, and a teacher took me. So there is a teacher as a witness who knows what happened. So I call my mom. I tell her what's happening. She says, like, one word. What? And hangs up.
Oh,
She
God.
comes to school. The most
dear Lord.
pissed I have ever seen her. The most pissed. She walks into that fucking office and walks straight up to the woman at the front. He goes, you are going to let my son into his class right now. Well, he has to sign something. I will fucking sign it for you. You're going to send him to class. And I'm just sitting, arms crossed, laid back in my chair, staring at her. Because I know I'm in the right. What now, bitch? What are you going to do? You're taking me away from class to tell me that I took too long to get to class.
Yeah.
She walked up to her and said, I just walked past 15 students smoking cigarettes, and you're worried about my son who was lost to his class that's in the back of the school and the bumfucks of the school. She looks at me and goes, Hayden, go to class. And the woman tries to stop her. And she goes, you will let my son go to class. And I walk out, middle fingers raised into the air.
Nice, dude.
I went to class, the biggest grin on my face, and the teacher's like, where's your form? I go fuck yourself. I didn't say that. I was like, I don't have it. I sat down, didn't ask any more questions.
That's amazing,
bro.
So,
all right, that's okay. So that's an interesting one. What's like interesting stories you've had when you? I don't know how much you've moved around, Nick, but like going to a new school, experiences like that. Oh fuck.
You dying now?
Yeah, sorry. Because like I moved around a lot as a kid. I probably went to like maybe 30 different schools in my life.
Jesus Christ! I only had to move around once.
That's a lot. That's exaggerated, but like it was a lot. I've gone to I went to maybe like 5 or 6 different elementary schools.
Jesus,
I went to how many middle schools can I go to? I went to 3 different middle schools.
wow.
That's too much.
One of them I only went for like a couple weeks.
Just like a few weeks I was there.
Yeah, but it kind of sucked because I kind of liked it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I remember most of my schools when I was little. I remember I went to when I was in kindergarten. I was in like because I was in California up until sophomore year. So kindergarten, I was in like I want to say Yorba Linda, Riverside area, which is like Southern California, and then oh god, I moved in. What was it? I was the weird kid in school. I was like that kid. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
But yeah.
Like I was the kid that no one wanted to hang out with, and like I had maybe a little group of like 3 or 5 friends, depending on what the day was.
Depending on the day.
Yeah, it depends, man. It was like, oh, this kid's not here, so we're gonna go hang out with the next best thing, which is the last best thing.
I see.
Yeah.
So you were like a last decision type of thing. It's like
Yeah,
one
I was
person's
a
out
bit
there,
of an
so you got
outcast.
so you were the place. Okay.
Yeah, so that was like 5th grade up to when the social divide starts happening, 5th grade to like 6th grade.
Yeah, that's what it starts.
That is, yeah, absolutely when it starts. Because like you look at elementary school kids and they're like they don't care. They're just like, oh, everyone's my friend. Anyways, so 5th and 6th grade, that was me. I was the weird kid. I was the outcast. I was like, no one really wants to hang out with him. He's weird.
He's weird.
He's weird.
Yes,
Yeah, so
weird.
5th and 6th grade was still elementary for me, because for whatever reason, my elementary went to 6th grade. So when I got to 7th grade, 7th grade was when we moved schools, but the 7th grade was like 7th to 12th, which is ridiculous. And literally, the school was the size of a community college.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It was big. It was so big. I did not have a choice. If I wanted to get to class on time, I had to run.
You had a full-on sprint.
It sucked because I had band on first period, and then my second period was PE, and they're literally on complete opposite sides of the school.
Oh, so you had to like right after you left
I
that
had
class, you
to
had to run.
sprint.
Oh my god.
I got my PE in before PE. It was stupid. But anyways, so I was there with all of my friends, and then that's the first time I moved middle school. So I went from 7th grade in it was like a ghetto area, like Bellflower or whatever, and then I moved from there to Long Beach, California, which is slightly nicer, but also the house was tiny. So when I was there, that was interesting because that was me getting away from all the people who called me a weirdo, from like all that like aura that I had.
Yeah, I get that.
So when I moved to this school, and all of a sudden, all of these kids are like super interested in me, and they're like, "Whoa, he's like different." Like I came, it was like a bunch of white people, white school, and they had uniforms and stuff, which I don't mind. It's like whatever. But so I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then there was this one kid. I could tell he was super popular. He had that like that handsome white boy face, and he had the blonde like really nice blonde hair. And then there was this girl too, and she was like same thing. She had like really nice face, really pretty hair.
It's
and
like something.
Okay.
It's like something you've seen in those those teen movies.
Yeah,
but in real
that's
life.
exactly what it was. It was like you see this character and you're like, that's the popular kid, without having to say anything. And they would like talk to me anytime I had a class with them, and like. It was weird because it felt like I was getting in with the popular kids. And then what also helped me was like I was relatively smart. So we'd be in like class or whatever, and I would be able to answer all the questions. They watched me get moved from a regular class to an honors class, and that apparently really impressed them. So I don't know. It was just weird. It was the first time that I've ever been in the in crowd.
Oh yeah.
And so I was only there for a couple weeks though.
Oh, so then you're only in that crowd for like a little bit then.
Yeah.
So you have a
which
similar
was
story to my basic story.
Yeah. So it's like I got picked up by all these popular kids. The school didn't. Oh, I guess they did. Because the kid was like my escort the first day, so he was like showing me around whatever. So it was interesting, and it was a absolute far cry from what I had been used to.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would see that. I could tell.
Yeah, but I after that I sort of took it and like I told myself like, okay, so obviously I can do this. I can't. I don't have to be the weird kid anymore. And so
Yeah.
that was like middle school for me. Like if you ask any of the kids that I knew from middle school, I knew everyone in middle school. Granted, it wasn't that big, but
you
I
knew
knew
everyone. That makes sense.
every single person from 6th to 8th grade until I graduated. I knew everyone.
That makes sense.
It was like a fuzz sort of situation.
Oh yeah, Fuzz knows everyone.
Fuzz knows everyone.
Oh yeah, fucking
Everyone.
Fuzz, yeah.
Yeah,
funny
so
'cause I've
I
seen
moved
him a
around a
few
lot,
times
but
Yeah, Fuzz knows
That's
everyone.
I
for
can
some
have
reason.
Fuzz fly down here to Texas, and my girlfriend will recognize him. It's like,
right, dude, it's
There's like
ridiculous.
some random person on the street will be like, "Hey, Fuzz," he'll be like, "Hey," I'll be,
What? Huh? You know this guy?
what?
it's like, "Yeah, we met once at like a Starbucks," and I'm like,
What, you remember that?
It reminds me of who's that character? Hajime from
Yeah, Najimi.
Kami-san. Najimi.
Yeah, she literally is. Her tagline is childhood friend of everyone.
Yeah.
"Oh, that makes sense." Yeah, that's Fuzz, 100%.
It's kind of crazy, man. And it's the weird part is, like, I always wonder how it happens, but I was there. Like, I remember the first day of school, I met him.
Yeah.
He came up to me and talked to me.
Yeah.
Like this random guy, and then I've known him since. It's so weird.
Yeah, Fuzz was. I met Fuzz in Mr. Vig's class, and we just started talking.
I
We weren't
can't
super
remember
close
where I
friends,
met
but we knew
Fuzz.
each other. I knew the guy. I knew him. I'm like, that's Fuzz.
I can't remember where I met Fuzz.
Dude,
He
it's
just met him
so
randomly
crazy.
on the street one
I
day.
bet you I was loud enough during lunch for him to pop up, and that's where it happened.
Probably.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, like a
probably what
meerkat.
it
You
was.
just see Fuzz pop up, like, where's the sound coming from?
I never question new people popping up into our group. I'm always just like, all right, if you can tolerate us,
Yeah,
you
he's
can
here.
tolerate us, right?
Like, cool, more people.
Yeah, if you're in, you're in, bro.
And then he
Come
just
on,
kind of
good
stuck
join.
around. I'm like, okay, that's Fuzz.
Yep.
If you stick around, I'll learn your name.
I also don't know if that's his actual name.
Finley.
Finley's his real
Really?
name.
Finley Lydon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, is it? I thought that was just his username.
No, I did
No,
too.
that's his real name.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's
Fuzz
why
is
he went
much
by
better.
Fuzz.
When I went out to his party that one time during what was it, summer or whatever that was, and I told him that I was going to. I told my parents I was going to my friend Fuzz's house, and they go, "Who the fuck is Fuzz? That is not a real name." I'm like, "Dude, I don't know his real name." So they thought I was going out with a drug dealer.
Oh my god.
Granted,
Oh,
there was
interesting.
many of alcohol drinking that night, but I wasn't a part of it.
But you weren't a part of the drugs.
There was no drugs.
No drugs were
thankfully.
involved.
No drugs were involved. Lots of alcohol.
But
though.
alcohol.
Lots of alcohol. We were playing.
Jesus Christ.
We were playing beer, quote unquote beer pong with pool water and whiskey shots. I think we were taking. I say we. They
Oh
were taking.
god.
I took part, but you always just had a friend who could take the drinks. That's how it worked.
I
And
see
for
it,
the
I see it, I
non-drinkers,
get
we
it.
had god awful seltzer water.
What, seltzer water?
Yeah,
What the
god
hell?
awful seltzer water. Worst thing ever. It's just carbonated bull piss.
Ugh.
I hate the seltzer water.
Imagine if
Seltzer
they
water's
shoved
terrible.
Fruit Loops into a carbonated beverage with no sugar.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Dear
Hey
god.
man, people like it apparently.
People, you mix it
Ah,
with
yes.
drinks, and it's supposed to make your alcohol.
Well, that's how you make soda.
Well, it's how you make soda. You put the carbonation, and you put all the syrup in there.
Yeah,
But
you put the
seltzer
syrup and all the
water-
flavoring.
Seltzer water you mix with alcohol. You mix it with alcohol to give it a fizziness,
Ah.
and you give it a different
Yeah.
taste. That's why drinking your
But-
seltzer water straight up is awful.
But you, but
It's a-
not the seltzer, not beer. Beer's already.
Oh no,
like,
you don't put beer in
already
there.
has
You
that.
put
No,
you put
what?
hard-
You don't mix
put-
it with beer.
You put tequila, you put vodka, and then you mix it with other things with fruit, and you make
See.
a fizzy vodka or a fizzy. I don't know if you've mixed seltzer and vodka. That might not be good, but
Yeah, that sounds horrendous.
you might. I would figure maybe a gin or a just like a hard liquor. You mix seltzer water with, and it gives it. It's like watering down your liquor, but with fizzy water.
Interesting, I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink that. For me
Oh
personally.
no, it's for the keen of taste. So it's.
Yeah, so I wouldn't.
I
Like the,
take,
yeah, the keen of
I take
whatever
whiskey
your
and
taste
Dr.
buds are.
Pepper. That's how I take mine. Whiskey and Dr. Pepper.
Hey,
is really
that
good.
sounds
Mm.
good.
Basil Hayden and coffee.
Wow, I
is
never
also
thought
pretty
about
good.
that actually.
Yeah, I don't drink, so it's like, I'll just say that I do.
I only drink very much on occasion. Very much occasional.
I don't think I'm obligated to say anything.
No, yeah.
As you know.
Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, I think the most I've ever drinking is like it was at my it was a family party. It was recently. It was Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
And I went and I got there and like my uncle is like telling me like, oh, here, have some I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was like Trulies or something. Have some Truly or whatever.
Hey, your family's offering you it.
And so I was like, well, because they know I'm not really a drinker, so they're just like, oh, you have this. So I looked at my dad, and he goes, yeah, go ahead, and I'm like, I guess, because I don't really like drink. I just don't like to,
I mean, if you're on your own property and your family's offering you it, then yeah, go ahead.
It's legal.
Well, yeah. It's not that's not the issue. It's just like I just don't like it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Obviously, yeah.
But like, so I was like, all right, whatever, because I know he's just gonna keep bothering me about it all night if I don't. So I drank a couple. I want to say like maybe 2, and then later that night we meet my other uncle, and me and my cousin. He was teaching me and my cousin about wine, and so because he's like a connoisseur or something.
Oh, he's a wine connoisseur. Like he knows his stuff.
Oh yeah, my dad's the same.
I don't know how professional or how legit the information he gave us was. It sounded pretty intelligent and well thought. So I had that. I had the Trulies, and then I had a couple sips of wine, some of which was pretty strong and very high quality wine. I have to say, wine is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the most I've ever drinking.
I've never gotten into wine.
It's interesting.
I never drink.
Wine is a very acquired taste for me, especially red wine.
Red wine.
Yeah,
is
red
a very
wine is
acquired taste.
I've tried it before. It's not the. It's I don't like it that much.
Yeah, it's like, well, because he was teaching us how to taste it, so I got the full brunt forced of this red wine. So I was like, wow, that tastes horrible. But also, look at the subtle flavor. You can taste the wood.
You taste the wood in it.
Well, you age it in a barrel, and that's how you get different.
Yeah. No, obviously, I know that, but it's just funny that you bring that up.
Yeah,
you taste the wood in it.
You can feel some of them wood chips in there.
Stop making
they left some chunks. Oh man!
My parents recently have been trying to get me to try sake, and I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, I have not yet tried sake. I am interested because of movie.
I've never had that either.
It smells interesting.
Rice wine.
Yeah, I hear about it all the time, and I never never done it.
Yeah, I have a cousin who only drinks sake. But I think it's just
the
because
extent of my alcohol intake is a few different types of whiskey and vodka.
I think that's a good extent.
Interesting.
It's a good extent.
I've had Basil Hayden's, which is really good. Which is ironic because of my name and such, but
yeah, it's funny.
I kind of chuckled when my dad offered to put some in my coffee. I'm like, all right.
It's my name. Yeah, put it in there, man.
It was after Thanksgiving. This is actually a funny story. It was after Thanksgiving, or after a Thanksgiving meal, I should say. My dad goes, "All right, who wants some coffee?" Right? I want some coffee. So I'm like, sure, I'll take some. I'll take mine with some creamer. And I walk in and I'm helping him make some of the coffee, and he goes, "You want some whiskey in your coffee?" I go, sure, why not? It's Thanksgiving, why not?
Yeah, why not? It's good,
so he puts some in my coffee. It tastes really good. Basically, he wanted to get me another one, but we actually couldn't. It's in this little container, and we couldn't fit my coffee mug under the container to pour it in because it comes from a spout. It's like this, it's like a shipwreck bottle on this thing, and it's really cool and it's really nice, but we couldn't fit the coffee mug under it. So I was like, okay, whatever. I guess we'll just have to try Basil Hayden. It's whatever. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And as I'm drinking it, I just kind of feel a little bit. It's like, oh, this is nice, just that little bit.
Yeah.
But then my grandparents go, well, we just don't know what to do about driving home. My mom looks at me and goes, "Oh yeah, he can drive you home." And I'm trying to.
Oh no!
I'm trying to
shit.
make eye contact with her, like, "Mom, So
No.
my dad.
Oh god, no.
My dad's in the other room still making coffee, so he doesn't. He's not there to tell her.
He doesn't even know what's happening.
But I also don't want to let my grandparents know I've been drinking, right?
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah,
it's in
okay.
the coffee, not in the glass.
So then that's why you're trying to make eye contact with your mother and like, no, I can't.
And I'm trying to
I can't
look
do
at her,
this.
and she notices I'm making eye contact with her, and she gives me that little like reassuring smile and nod of the head. I'm like,
Oh, like they actually understand, but they actually do the opposite.
no, it's not that she understood.
No,
She's
no.
telling me, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, it's fine. I'm
Oh.
like, no.
Oh. No.
So-
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, they do the opposite. They think
it's
the
more
opposite.
like a don't worry.
We-
Yeah,
Like,
don't
but
worry
not,
type
she
of
doesn't
thing.
know these are drinking.
Exactly.
That's
So we're watching a movie now, and I'm on maybe my second one. I don't know, but and I lean over to my mom's like, I can't take them home. She's like, why? I was like, I had a little bit of Ireland in my whiskey, or a little bit of Ireland in my coffee. And she goes, uh oh. I'm like,
why. That's a great way to say it.
That's a perfect way to. Wait, do you even know the percentage on it?
oh, I mean, it was enough to where I wasn't comfortable driving.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. And then that was a pretty good percentage then.
It wasn't that much, honestly. It was maybe the equivalent of a shot, but it's like that's still.
Well, I mean, even like a good shot has, especially with certain alcohols, has it's a lot of it's a big percentage,
Right.
percentage of
I'm just
alcohol.
like,
So I think
that's a bad idea. I don't think I should.
it's like no, I can't drive them home.
Yeah, that was the funny story.
Dude. This is why I'm glad I don't drive. I'm not, but
My
I haven't even. I'm still trying to drive, learning slowly. I have my permit, but I just gotta get my license. That's it. Slow but steady,
Yeah.
I guess.
I haven't even gotten my permit yet. I've been trying to get my dad to take me to get my permit, but it's like, I mean, at this point, even if I got my permit, I couldn't get my license.
yeah.
Anyway.
No, because you'll be gone for like 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. So I won't be able to get it until I get back anyway.
And it's not like you
But-
can be driving though.
Yeah, I mean, at this
So-
point, it's like I might as well just wait till I'm in Florida and then try to get it then.
Right.
Yeah, I guess.
Which means
so.
I might have a Florida license. Whoa.
Oh,
You
fancy.
immediately have to change it back.
Yeah, exactly. Immediately have to change it back.
Well, yeah, I don't know because I'm going to be stuck in the military. I'm not even going to come back to Vegas unless it's for like just after my school. I mean, come
Oh
back
yeah,
and,
true.
like,
Well,
hang out for a bit.
people travel. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had to
Yeah, so that
change
makes-
my license back to a Texas license, and it was interesting.
Interesting process.
Interesting.
You really have to show them like everything to change your license.
Like every single piece of like information.
Every little piece of
Say,
information.
we want your
My mom had
kindergarten
to show
grades.
her marriage papers
Whoa.
Yeah.
What? Why?
because laws in Texas are a little weird. Even though our IDs literally have the star on them to show that it's a real ID, showing like this
Yeah.
is government issued, we've already proven all of this, and they're like, nah.
Marriage license, please. Jesus.
That's crazy, dude.
Yes, I don't
Hey,
think
they
you
go
did.
one step further and they ask your kindergarten grades.
Right? It's like, should I bring my transcript from 3rd grade? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can.
Dang, dude. That's stupid. Yeah. I mean, I probably won't have to change it until I actually settle down somewhere.
right.
Well, actually, yeah, probably not, honestly. Unless you're like unless you're like moving somewhere forever, then I think you'll be fine.
If you
Yeah.
you have to set your license to your state of residence, so long as you plan to
Yeah.
live there for more than a year or 2.
So then, you're gonna be in Florida. So then, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder. That'll be we'll get there when we come to it.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
when
not
you
for
when
another
you get
few
to it,
years.
you'll figure it all out.
Just make sure you bring your marriage papers. Apparently.
Oh, of course.
Yes, bring your marriage papers with you to have it.
Oh man. All right. Well, what time is it? All right, that's
been-
50 minutes. That is the 50-minute mark.
50 minutes. It might says 46.
Mine says 46
Oh, that's
as
because you've
well.
been recording longer than me.
Okay. Well, around 50 minutes. I have a topic I wanted to bring up because this is something interesting that I discovered recently.
Okay.
Do you guys think that you could name like if I asked you who your favorite voice actor is, do you think you could name one?
I can grab it real quick.
One of my favorite voice actors? Hayden, why don't you go?
So, I want to see if you guys can figure out... This is going to be very weeb. But my favorite voice actor, Takehito Koyasu. Do you know him by name?
I got nothing from that. What the hell?
Not by name.
That is Dio's voice actor.
Oh, of course.
It is Dio's voice actor, who's also the voice actor of pretty much every main antagonist of every popular anime ever.
Well, then there you go.
So,
that's
probably my favorite voice actor. Probably second to Jodoro's voice actor. Because he's also in Daisuke Ono. That guy? Oh my god.
Yeah, Nick isn't really on the anime scene.
I am not.
Not yet.
Not yet.
After he watched Cowboy Bebop, I'm gonna try and get him into some other ones.
Ooh, get him into Attack on Titan. That'll stick.
Oh yeah, he'll love it.
That'll stick. You've got let's see, what do we got here? We have about 20 days or so until the last season comes out.
No, last season? How many seasons have there been of this? It's like I've heard it for the past 5 years of my life.
That's
because it's been around.
Roll out slow.
Oh, that makes sense.
The first season came out, I think, 7 years ago.
Oh,
I was in middle school.
I was in middle school as well.
No, I was in elementary school. Was I? Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
So season 1 release
Attack on Titan because
the
it was
release date of Attack on Titan season 1 is 2013.
Oh my god,
dude! Why did I 100% guess that date in my head? I'm like, it's 2013, right?
Almost 9 years ago.
And then you said it, and I went, what the hell?
So,
oh my god,
dude!
And then we had to wait 5 years for season 2. Yep. That's why I got so much hype, because we had to wait 5 years. So let me grab season 2 release date, 2013, and it was 2018 when season 2 came out.
My gosh!
Wait, so how many seasons are there right now?
4. There's 4 seasons. There's 4
Jeez.
seasons, but each season has 2 parts, except for season 2.
Okay.
I think season 2 has 1 part, but season 3 and 4 and 1 both have 2 parts.
All right. That makes sense.
Because I know there's one season of Attack on Titan that only has 12 episodes, and then season 1 and 3, I believe, have 24-ish. And then season 4, the last season, is going to have around 32.
Oh, Jesus
each part is 16 episodes.
How long are these episodes? Like 6
regular
20 minutes long?
I gotta go. Can you guys just finish off?
Sure.
Oh, you gotta go, man?
Yeah, sorry about that.
You're fine.
Well, say goodbye to the podcast while we...
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be here in the next episode.
Alright, make sure you stop recording it, and make sure you, and then when you get it, make sure you line it up and everything.
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, me and Hayden will finish this off then.
Well.
Alright, let's say it's me and you, buddy.
So, I'm the new host of,
yes, he's the new host now. He's replacing Edge.
So, yeah, Attack on Titan is my first anime I ever watched, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, because I remember hearing so much... Oh my god, my dog. I remember hearing so much about that anime back in, middle school and everything. Everybody was talking about it, especially my friend, and I'm like, I have no idea what this is.
The problem with me
and I never really paid any attention to it, because anime wasn't really my jam, you know?
Yeah.
It was mainly comics and Marvel, DC, Star Wars and stuff.
Actually, I'll bring it up since you brought that up. I think I think it was Marvel or DC. I think DC and Attack on Titan had a crossover comic.
Did they?
I believe so.
Maybe. Let me see if I can look this up.
Crossover.
Do you remember what it was exactly?
So, the Attack on Avengers is what it was called. So, it was Marvel. It was based off the Avengers, and Spider-Man, the Hulk, everything like that. We're fighting the Colossal Titan and everything like that.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Yeah,
Holy hell. Drax the God.
Drax
Holy
is
shit.
there, So.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is insane.
I imagine how cool it must have been for Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone in that universe is little Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, basically.
It does seem like Spider-Man is very prevalent in it, too, which is cool.
Oh, yeah, he's on the everything, man. Wow, I had no idea that happened.
Yeah. So, there's your comics.
That's cool.
So
Yeah, exactly. No, the only anime I'd watched was Cowboy Bebop. That was mainly because the live action show was coming out, and I'm like, you know what? Might as well watch the anime before I watch the live action show.
right.
So then I watched the anime and I went, holy shit!
Oh yeah. Everyone's like, anime is for kids. Watch Re:Zero before you tell me that.
No, I never said anime was for kids. I knew that stuff. I knew that stuff was like.
I'm like, I'll show you Re:Zero, and I can change your mind.
I'm like, that stuff gets dark, man. That stuff has a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
Anime, it's very great storytelling.
Yeah, just because it's
and
drawings doesn't mean it can't be well made.
Yeah, exactly, and it's very great storytelling as well,
right?
Especially with Cowboy Bebop. I mean, I think the reason anime has that like it's for kids is because the most popular anime ever was Pokemon.
Exactly, all the popular ones, to name a few, Naruto, all the big three can
Dragon
be
Ball.
Considered child animes because that's the first animes that came out, or was some of the first that came out. So
yeah, exactly.
The first big ones that came out that reached America. So a lot of kids are watching this first because they were the ones most influenced by TV.
Yeah,
and as we were growing up, anime's general audience has grown up. So a lot more mature audiences, a lot more dark, grueler type of audience that they're portraying to.
Yeah, deeper themes, deeper stories, better dialogue. It's not all about the action. Sometimes it has story in it.
There's some story. You start to feel like heartfelt connections between the characters.
Yeah,
and you're watching them. And it's like, all right, I can get into this because I used to hate anime as well. I used to hate Pokemon until everything was down and all we had left was like 2 stations on our TV, and one was Boomerang, and it was playing the original Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I was just watching it. It was like, all right, you got me.
You got me. You got me hooked. And then after Pokemon, you just kind of went on the whole like spread, didn't you? Like just everything.
It wasn't until I finally got a computer in our house that I didn't start actually watching more anime. But I used to have to watch anime on YouTube. So it was always...
You'll find that all over YouTube.
You find a lot of it over YouTube. So it was always the smaller ones no one usually knew about. But as soon as we got Netflix, I started watching Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah, Netflix had all the anime.
They had all
so
the
did Hulu too
at the time. And then as the anime industry grew, Netflix is like, well, we got to catch up. So
you got to keep it going, Yeah. So, but because like I literally found like I was trying to look for what Cowboy Bebop was on one time. And it was on YouTube, and I'm like the entire show except like 2 episodes, I think, were on YouTube, and I'm like, what the hell? I think it was dubbed too, and I'm like, what? How is this even on YouTube?
Right,
not even blocked.
Weird ways that they can get by that.
Yeah, and I was confused, and then I saw it was on Netflix. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I think for the first anime I watched, I think Cowboy Bebop was like a really good choice.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop is a great choice for your first one. I never watched it actually. But I do know of it, and I've seen tidbits and pieces.
Oh yeah, dude, it's such a beautiful, beautiful show, and the fact that like all of it's drawn and animated is just blows my mind.
Right.
Like just the animation, the fluent of everything is just amazing.
Exactly.
And the music too. The music in anime. Music. That's the one thing I know about anime is the music, and the music always kicks ass.
Oh, you should start watching JoJo. There's some.
I've heard of that theme song too. Yeah. I know the theme song because I hear.
You know Giorno's. You don't know the others.
I don't know others. I know a few though. There was one theme song. I don't even know what it was.
Giorno's is a popular one, but my favorite has to be Jodoro's theme. It is one of my favorites.
Yeah, the music, the theme songs, the openings, the actual scores in like all these episodes are just like fantastically written.
Oh yeah.
Like they go all out with these episodes and shit. It's also really cool.
The 2 popular ones that I found were interesting at being popular was Giorno's theme and Yoshikage Kira's theme, which was the main antagonist of part 4, I think. He has a really cool theme, and that became really popular.
Alright, I'll have to look into that. So for like a first time person who wants to, go into anime, what would you recommend for them exactly?
To get into it. I would definitely say Attack on Titan is one of the most well put together story in an anime in a long time. Just really, really, really good. There's a lot of other good ones, but it's almost like you need to be in an advanced state of anime. Like you need to really get into how anime works and understand it.
Oh yeah.
But Attack on Titan is that beautiful transition into it. So that one's more of an obvious one, but I would definitely say other ones you should watch that are probably on the newer side if you want to watch a newer anime. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, I'm just about to finish that one. No complaints at all. Not a single
Never heard of that
complaint.
before. That's new to me.
It's really good. There is also Jobless Reincarnation. I've told about that, or I've told him about that. But
Alright, yeah, he'll cut that out.
sorry, buddy. But
It's fine.
I told Edge about that, and he's really angry that he can't watch it because that whole 2 month thing. He's got to go very soon. 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
But
oh, sorry.
continue.
So, for Attack on Titan, what do you watch that on? Is there like a certain channel or something, or like something on YouTube or whatever?
Ooh, so
Or is it on
I
Netflix?
pirate all my anime, but the first season is on Netflix.
Oh, well, obviously, I think that's everybody watches that. Anime.
right. The first season is on Netflix.
Alright, so that's fun.
And it might be coming out later, but everything else is all like premium to watch. So I use 9anime with an ad blocker.
So
So I'll show you how I watch my anime after this is all up. But
yeah. Once we hit the stop record button, he'll show me what
Yes,
me what he
sir.
means, and I'll get to it.
we're about maybe 57 minutes.
58
maybe?
minutes. We'll go for like an hour or something.
I'm at 58 as well, but I think we started
Yeah,
at
alright.
57.
We'll go for an hour.
Yeah.
Alright, so basically, yeah, I think, yeah, like I said, anime was never like my interest. The only anime I had ever watched and knew about was Pokemon,
hmm
and I only watched that like here and there. Like it would be on the channel, and then one day, like you, I guess, I just started watching it here and there, and I just fell off, and I just never really got interested in anime. I was just kind of like, it's it's there. I never hated it though. I never like, oh yeah, anime's terrible, anime's
Right.
anything. I never hated on it. I just never cared about it. I was like, okay, it's though, it's not for me. I'm not gonna watch it. And then so now that I'm now I'm just kind of thinking about it. I'm just kind of like, you know what? I got like no other shows to watch, so I'm like, why don't I just dive into anime or something?
Yeah, fair enough.
What is? Hold on. Okay, here's a message from Edge himself. Thanks for the episode, guys. Sorry for cutting it short. And then he's telling me about. Yeah. So
Yeah.
after you're done, just send me your email, and you can
Yes, sir.
we can give it to us, so we can do the episode. Okay, Doggo. Oh, my doggo's in here. What's up? You okay? Jesus. I'll let you out. Don't worry. The episode's almost done. All right. Any other? So what have you been doing for the past year and a half of just after high school?
Nothing much, man. I moved back to Texas. I'm in Houston now.
Yeah. That's why I was confused for a second because you mentioned Waterburg. I'm like, that's not in Las Vegas.
No, I wish it was though.
No, yeah, Waterburg in Las Vegas would be great.
Yeah, I moved.
Yeah, I
here.
had no idea. That's cool.
Mhm.
Why? How'd you move back? Why'd you move back to Texas?
My dad actually. Well, I was planning on going to college in Texas anyways, because I missed
Oh,
it.
all right. So you were already gonna leave anyway.
Mhm. But my whole family
Nice.
ended up moving down here because my dad got a promotion. So.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
So now you live down there, and how is it down there? I've been to Texas once, and that was a few weeks ago
Man, I love it
for
here.
Thanksgiving.
We.
Yeah, I was down in Odessa, Texas
Oh.
for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, dude, that place is flatter than anything I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of oil drills and everything.
Oh yeah. Very different from Vegas.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I was in Michigan recently too, Holland, Michigan, for like a full-on week. That's like the two places I traveled to this year. Very beautiful, very very beautiful place Michigan is, and far as well.
Right. What I do find interesting.
Right, and there's a beach and everything. I was like, holy shit.
Oh yeah. What I do find interesting.
I went
though,
to
is that
Chicago.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Don't.
I went to Chicago too.
Oh yeah.
But it's. I never thought I would go though, and then especially going to Texas too. I was like, two different places I have no idea about. And both. It's funny when you go to different places, and all of a sudden you go to Michigan. And there's an ocean right next to you and a beach, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Michigan is the last place I would think would have a beach.
Mm-hmm.
The last place. And what's funny though is we went down there and it was like cold as hell, and I see people jumping in the water, freezing cold water, by the way, and I'm like, how are they doing this? And they're just walking out, and it's cold as hell, and they're just like totally fine. I'm like, apparently they're used to it.
Yeah, Michigan is like the Russia of America. It's weird.
Oh yeah, I know. Now I want to actually go to Russia. I'm like, I want to fail up in Russia.
Yeah, what I do find
we're going on an hour right now.
Oh yeah, we are about on an hour, aren't we?
All right, so you wanna? All right, so everybody, that was Two Friends in the Closet. Hayden, do you want to say anything as our first guest of the podcast?
You should all be blessed that I even appeared, and I.
Yes, well,
I'm kidding.
We're all blessed that you showed up.
I'm all
and
kidding.
you were able to come on.
I love this. You should have me on here more.
Oh yeah, 100%. We're planning on having more guests, but yeah, we're 100%. We'll have you more.
Yeah, man.
This is fun.
Just give me the notice,
Having
and I
more
will
guests.
make time.
Hell yeah! All right, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode 5 of Two Friends in the Closet. If you can, just you can listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, and on YouTube. Listen to us while you're doing the dishes, doing cooking or whatever. Just don't listen to us while you're having sex. I think that's the smartest idea.
I'm going to turn it on while I'm doing your mom.
Yes, yeah, okay, yeah. So Hayden has So if you heard that, then Hayden will be doing your mom while listening to this podcast. So just warning you guys right now. If Hayden shows up in your kitchen, you know why he's there.
If you hear the podcast coming from your mother's room, it's not your mom listening to it.
It's Hayden and your mom. All right, I hope you guys enjoy this. It's been Two Friends in the Closet, and no, it is not what it sounds like.